Hey now. Hi. Welcome to a new week of shows here. It's Jay and Dan. It's Sports Center with Jay and Dan, brought to you by Tim Hortons. I forgot the name of the show. For the last little while, I've had a carousel of co-hosts. So let's see who it is for this show. Everyone else on the entry was very quick. You took your
I like
time.
to saunter. Dan, it's great to be back with you here on the program.
Good to have you back. We missed you.
Yeah, I watched all the shows all week. All right, so let's get the show started here. Now, the Raptors played on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what, Dan, I was at this game.
No.
Yes. Coors Light, one of our sponsors. They gave me tickets. They said, as long as you don't bring Dan,
Look at that ice cold Coors Light.
why don't you bring Brendo, our writer, instead? And we did. And we had a terrific time watching the Raps. We're trying to remember the last time the Bucks and Raps played. The Bucks beat the Raps. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 19 points, 19 rebounds. Dan, it was actually a quiet 19 and 19 for Giannis. Kyle Lowry. What's been going on with Kyle Lowry? A clean look from downtown in the third quarter doesn't happen. 0 for 4 through 3 quarters. Did not score any points in this basketball game.
How many silver bullets did you get into?
I got 2. I had to drive after, so I had 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. That's okay, right?
Yes, of course.
Brooke Lopez was really good in this game. Chris Middleton turns it over here. Kawhi Leonard, excellent defense as usual. And then it's Leonard to Lowry. This could have been a dagger for the Raps. Put him up by 6. No, it doesn't fall. First time in Lowry's career he's played 30 minutes and went scoreless. We're now tied at 97. This is where it gets interesting, Dan. Malcolm Brogdon, second of back-to-back threes. He puts the Bucks ahead, 100-97. 11 seconds left. Kawhi for the tie. No good. Leonard, 20 points, but the Bucks beat the Raptors again.
Saw a great tweet from a Vancouver radio host about the Canucks on Sunday. I want to read that to you, saying, quote, "It's fascinating how the perception has changed around the Canucks rebuild. It was almost radioactive 10 months ago. Such a different story now. A stretch of losing 12 of 13 barely caused a ripple. What's changed? Elias Pettersson, plain and simple." End quote. I would have to agree. Canucks in St. Louis. St. Louis. If you're from St. Louis, that's how you say it. Vancouver, just 2 wins in the last 14, looking for back-to-back wins for the first time since November 2nd. Brock Besser, shot deflected over the net, off the glass, hits Jake Allen, goes in. Besser's 7th of the year.
As he hit the netminder.
I just wanted to get a shot on net there and hit the guy's skate, hit off the back glass, and then I saw they go up. I'm like, please hit him in the back.
Bessie. Pettersson, nice move to enter the zone. His shot goes off Jay Bouwmeester's stick and in. His second point of the game, 15th goal of the year. Just over a minute later, Pettersson leads the break, finds Bessie. Besser's second goal, Pettersson third point of the game after 6 shots and 3 goals. Allen, you're garbage. You're done. 4-0 Canucks in the second. Besser takes a spill. Eric Goodbranson finds that puck. Shot lands on the stick of Pettersson, and Nikolai Goldobin taps it in. Pettersson with his 3rd assist of the game. In the 3rd, Pettersson to Besser, throws it on goal, off a body and in. Besser gets credit. It's his 2nd career hat-trick. Pettersson, a goal and 4 assists. First Canuck with multi 5-point games in a season since Alexander McGillney in 95-96. Vancouver wins 6-1. Pettersson becomes just the 6th rookie in the expansion era to record multiple games of at least 5 points in a single season.
The Stastnys on that board. That's cool seeing their names. Zach Cassian saying hello to Anthony Peluso before the second Battle of Alberta this season. You may remember the last time these two teams played. It was heated. Combined for 56 penalty minutes. Edmonton on the attack, wearing the 3rd uniforms, the blues, so nice. 16 on the season for Connor McDavid. Edmonton 6-2-1 since Ken Hitchcock took over. Then Milan Lucic crushes Travis Hamonic. Peluso steps in and they drop the gloves. Two old school tough guys. And Peluso obviously wanted to keep fighting because he was just called up from the AHL for this game specifically. Peluso on the ice again in the second, redirects the point shot past Mikko Koskinen. Ken Hitchcock challenged, and it was ruled that Peluso interfered with Mikko Koskinen's left pad, so it's no goal. Still 1-0 in the third. Sam Bennett, great move here on Darnell Nurse. Can't beat Koskinen. The Flames' 5-game win streak is over. Koskinen makes 24 saves for the shutout, and Edmonton wins the Battle of Alberta.
Flyers and Jets, Winnipeg shut out by the Blues on Friday, just their second time being held off the score sheet this season. Josh Morrissey back in the lineup, missed a couple games with a lower body injury. Winnipeg on a power play. Nick Ehlers to Morrissey from the point. The Flyers had killed their last 15 penalties. Power play goal, 2-0. Jettingtons. Dustin Byfuglien's second game back after missing 3 with a concussion. Jets up 3-1 in the second. Byfuglien shot off Dale Weiss's stick and in. If you ever want to have some fun, YouTube Dale Weiss pronunciation, and it is loads of fun. 29 seconds later, Byfuglien issued a tripping penalty, so the Flyers head to the power play. Wheeler's 15th career shorthanded point passes Marian Hossa for the most in Jets Thrashers franchise history. 5-1 Winnipeg. Late in the period, Robert Hagg takes a run at Kyle Connor. Oh, that's an ugly hit. Hagg given a game misconduct for the hit. 6-1 Jets in the third. Patty Laine to Tyler Myers. Laine's second assist of the game ends a 4-game pointless drought. Myers snaps a 20-game goalless streak as the Jets pound the Flyers.
Dan, I just want to thank all the viewers of our show who sent me messages over Twitter and Instagram congratulating me and my wife on our new baby. And to show my gratitude, I wanted to show all of you the latest picture of our son, which was sent to me just a few minutes ago. Tough week for Ottawa. They lost 4 significant players to injuries over their last 2 games. They were hosting Boston on Sunday night. Colin White to Mark Stone. Pay the man. He's got 15 on the season. Ottawa is up 1-0. Second period, Sean Kuraly and Ben Harper getting into it. And the 6'6" Harper, not spelled like the former Prime Minister with a U-R, getting the best of this one. Kuraly's face was not looking so good. Harper got the instigator penalty. Guy Boucher livid, and then on the ensuing power play for Boston, Brad Marchand scores, and this is classic Marchand, stares down the Sens bench. And this would lead to more shenanigans in the third. Ryan Dzingel will take out Marchand. Then Marchand comes right back and lays out Dzingel. On their next shift, delayed penalty coming in with the Sens. Dzingel sending Marchand into the boards. The ref gets the worst of it. This one needed OT. Joakim Nordstrom to Kuraly. Mike McKenna, what an unbelievable save. He had 42 saves. That is a career high. But just a minute later, happy Hanukkah indeed. Torrey Krug, your overtime hero, and a very entertaining Bruins victory over the Sens.
Canadians in Chicago. You know the Hawks are 2-10-2 since they fired Coach Q. Early first, Mike Riley's point shot knocked down. Max Domi, friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, on cleanup duty. His 14th of the year, 10 straight games the Hawks have given up the first goal. Just over a minute later, Shea Weber. This can only be described as a howitzer. Wow, beats Corey Crawford, his third of the season, 2-0 heavy tone. Patty Kane just one goal over a 9-game stretch. Blackhawks power play. Kane, wrist shot, beats Carey Price. Chicago's second power play goal in their last 26 opportunities. And not good in the second off the draw, Eric Gustafsson. Cross ice to Kane. One-timer. Oh, that was a strange one. A knuckler. Kane's 15th of the year, ties the game at 2 after 2. Late in the third, Price loses his stick on the Connor Murphy slap shot. Murphy's first game this season as he was coming back from a back injury. No stick, but still stops Duncan Keith on the rebound. 2 of his 37 saves on the night. Minute 20 to go in a tie game. Jeff Petrie. Shot, Thomas Tatar, the tip, his 12th of the year. Canadians win their 3rd straight as the Hawks are now 3-11-2 under Jeremy Colleton.
But in Colleton's defense, he's 13. With a win over Miami Sunday, New England could clinch their 10th straight division title. Dan, that would extend their own NFL record. The only thing standing in their way, Miami. And interestingly enough, Tom Brady has lost 9 times in Miami. 9 times? I don't remember him losing 9 times. That's probably because he wasn't losing. He was skipping school. Second quarter, 3rd and goal, Brady to Julian Edelman. Including the postseason, Brady, 580 career TD passes. That is the most in National Football League history. Later in the half, the Dolphins are down by 6. Ryan Tannehill, he's stepped on by his own teammate, Jawan James. Look at that, the ankle. He was in a lot of pain. He would return for the second half, and in the second half, Tannehill will fire a bullet to Bryce Butler, and Miami is back in front. So we're going under 2 minutes to go now. Pats up by 2. Brady looking for Josh Gordon, and Minka Fitzpatrick called for the pass interference penalty. It would result in New England field goal. So New England's up by 5 now. Just 7 seconds left. Dolphins from their own 31. 7 seconds left. They're calling it the Miami Miracle. Kenyon Drake walks it off. The 69-yard scoring play, the longest game-winning touchdown with no time left in regulation in the Super Bowl era. So Miami comes from behind in the unlikeliest of fashions to beat the Pats with no time on the clock, 34-33. Drake gets the hero's welcome, and here he is.
Ravens and Chiefs also wild. Not that wild, pretty wild. Patty Mahomes with an NFL-leading 41 touchdowns this season. Second quarter, Mahomes
make it 3rd and 6.
drops it into Travis Kelce. Touchdown. Mahomes' 42nd touchdown of the season. They got the ball right back. Mahomes finds Demarcus Robinson for a first down. Mahomes not even looking at Robinson's direction as he throws the ball. Mahomes threads the needle to Spencer Ware. Threads the needle to Spencer Ware. Huge pickup led to a field goal. Chiefs up 7 at the half. Baltimore. These highlights would be described as cut very loose. It's an industry term. Baltimore 3-0 with Lamar Jackson under center. Third quarter on 4th and 2 finds Max Williams. That's 2 X's. Ties the game at 17 after a punt return. Put Baltimore in the red zone. Jackson to John Brown in the end zone. Ravens up 7. 90 seconds to play. Game on the line. KC facing 4th and 9. Mahomes finds Hill, keeps the Chiefs alive. KC 4th and goal. Mahomes to Damian Williams. Touchdown Chiefs. Game is tied at 24. Jackson with time to lead the Ravens to the win. Justin Houston gets to Jackson. He is sacked, fumbles the football. KC recovers. They're in field goal range. Harrison Butker, 20 for 22 on the year. 43-yard attempt to win this one. It is wide right. So we need overtime. after Butker made a 36-yarder to give the Chiefs the lead. Under 2 minutes to play, Jackson drops back, sacked, stayed down, had to leave the game. So who do they bring in? Robert Griffin III. After one incomplete pass, Griffin with the game on the line. Willie Snead can't make the catch. The Chiefs win, clinching a playoff berth.
Pittsburgh is still holding on to the top spot in the AFC North despite losses in back-to-back weeks, and they were in Oakland to take on the Raiders. Surely the Steelers would not blow this one. They somehow could not complete a pass here. Ben Roethlisberger to Juju Smith-Schuster. Tips it, somehow gets both feet down. An incredible catch, and the Steelers are in front. We're going to the fourth, though, and the Steelers are up by 4. Second to goal, Derek Carr to Lee Smith. TDs in back-to-back weeks for the tight end. Raiders on top. Ensuing drive for the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger comes back into the game. He started the second half on the bench with a rib injury. He's 0-3 in Oakland in his career. Big Ben to Smith-Schuster, and he will break the plane and score. Steelers are back in front. Then late in the fourth, Raiders, lots of time. Derek Carr to Seth Roberts. That led to a touchdown. Raiders by 3, 15 seconds left. Big Ben has another chance. Hits James Washington. The lateral to Smith-Schuster. He's inside the 30-yard line. Chris Boswell to tie this thing. Chris Boswell slips before he could make the kick. So instead of tying it, the Raiders pull off the incredible upset. And the Steelers have now lost back-to-back-to-backs still to come on what is proving to be a triumphant return for me. Hyman gets a hearing. Hyman gets a hearing? Dan, it was so much fun watching everybody do the walk.
Yes.
Last week, Lindsey Hamilton and Rod Smith and Duthie ran over here in less than 3 seconds.
There was a lot of almost near collisions.
Yeah, it seemed like things were a little scary. But you know what? Honestly, everyone did such a great job filling in. I really just want to thank all the anchors who stepped in because they had other things to do.
You all owe them all a shift, so.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. Now for the rest of the stories you need to know, it's time for the Jay and Dan newsreel. We didn't do this once while you were gone.
That seems strange.
Zach Hyman suspended 2 games by the Department of Player Safety for his hit on Bruins defenseman Charlie McAvoy on Saturday. Hyman was assessed a 5-minute major for interference, received a game misconduct after fighting Matt Grzelcyk. McAvoy did not play another shift after the hit, but the good news about that is he did play Sunday night. This is Hyman's first career suspension. He's going to lose $24,000.
So Leafs 5-game road trip continues. It'll be Tuesday in Carolina and then Thursday in Tampa. Hyman will miss those games, but he'll be eligible to be back against Florida on Saturday in Miami in a game that probably no one will see.
In person.
Yeah, no one will see it in person. The Arizona Coyotes would be without goalie Antti Raanta, could be for the rest of the season. Raanta had a procedure on a lower body injury that revealed more damage than originally thought. He has played just 12 games this season, hasn't played since November the 27th when he suffered that lower body injury. Dan, can you run down the Arizona Coyotes goaltending situation? Because it is dire.
Darcy Kemper, who's hurt.
Right.
He's going to be back soon. Aiden Hill.
Okay.
Calvin Pickard.
Right.
And Bill Ranford.
Billy Ranford. And Andy Moog, I understand.
Andy Moog is awesome.
Andy Moog is going to get a chance.
New York Islanders have recalled Josh Ho-Sang from the AHL. Ho-Sang, 2 goals, 20 assists in 26 games for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers this season. In 43 career NHL games, Ho-Sang has 22 career points. And you always see him, you see that jersey, 66.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That got us. A lot of people were upset about that. That probably shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't give out 66 or 99. He now wears 26.
He changed that.
I will say Josh Ho-Sang is one of the most entertaining interviews in all of hockey. He's got a big personality. You want him to succeed.
And he's always going to be on time now.
1 goal in their last 23 power play opportunities, so the Isles need some offense. Maybe he can provide it.
Yeah, he had the he mixed up to the AM/PM, I think.
That's right. Yeah, he's had
training camp.
He's had some mishaps over the course of his career.
Haven't we all?
He's young.
Yeah.
I mix up the AM/PM, and I'm 44.
I had a nap before work, before the show. I woke up, I didn't know if it was AM or PM. I didn't know where I was supposed to be.
Right. Well, there's only one place that you're supposed to be, so it seems like...
But I thought it was the morning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's confusing. At baseball's winter meetings, a 16-member Hall of Fame board appointed committee voted Lee Smith and Harold Baines into the Hall of Fame. Baines played for 5 different major league teams. He posted 2,866 career hits. Smith is second, this is amazing, second only to Trevor Hellsbells Hoffman and Mariano Rivera in the career saves list.
Joe Carter was on that ballot.
Joe Carter was on that ballot. Lou Piniella was on the ballot as an outfielder and a manager. But this is interesting, Dan. Harold Baines elected, you had to get 12 votes of the 16 votes. Lee Smith got all 16. Baines got 12, just got 12. And he was never getting more than 6.1% in the writers' election when the writers were eligible to vote him into the Hall of Fame. So he was dropped from the ballot, and somehow now he is in the Hall of Fame. This is a bit of a head shaker.
Yeah, the voting for that is always...
Why is there a veterans committee? Why does this exist?
I don't know.
To right the wrongs of the writers, I guess? Yeah, okay. So is that how Roger Clemens is going to get in someday?
See,
Mark McGuire?
we don't have time to discuss that.
So much to discuss. Lots more to come. You're watching Jay and Dan. Now, before we get to Baker Mayfield and the Browns, I just wanted to say how great it is to be back with you, Dan. I know I left you high and dry a week ago, but I'm back, and I won't let you down again. And that's how I feel. So anyway, I'm back for good, and you won't have to work with other anchors ever again.
Okay.
Well, it now seems like as good a time as any to tell you about Baker Mayfield averaging 264 passing yards a game, most by a rookie QB since Andrew Luck's rookie season. First quarter, the Browns taking on the Panthers, and Luck finds Brashad Perriman. Led to a TD second quarter. Mayfield to Jarvis Landry. Baker started the game 7 for 7, 161 yards, finished 18 for 22, 18 for 22. That's 18 for 22. 238 yards and a TD. Getting warm by the campfire. Fourth quarter, Browns by 6. Carolina Panthers on the Cleveland 3. Cam Newton, a bullet. Curtis Samuel can't handle it. They're going for it. Fourth down. Newton. That's me. That's me. The Hydra. The Hydra. Newton's intercepted by Demarius Randall as Carolina's lost 5 straight. How about that? The Browns 5-7-1?
There's homeowners helping homeowners.
That's right. What if some of them are renters? Are they allowed to work there?
No.
All right, Dan, it's time for the Jay and Dan mailbag. Declan wants to know, how much harder is it to solo anchor a show? Just a week ago on Sunday, you were a solo anchor on SportsCenter with Jay and Dan.
It's 50% more talking.
That's a pretty good answer. And Rob Otway asks, sorry, what's the worst thing you've been asked to eat on air in your career?
Well, at the Sochi Olympics, we did What the Russia Are You Eating? So I had to eat all this Russian cuisine. Caviar, potato chips were disgusting.
Yeah.
And then recently in South Korea, we did What the Korea Are You Eating?
It was so much fun. Remember that? There was some dried fish.
Yeah, dried file fish fillet. And it got worse. So by the end of it, you're choking back the gagging.
And Mickey, our driver, would go out and shop for these things. And man, she just loved. She's someone who gets excited about suffering.
So maybe producer Tim and Mickey never got to meet.
You know what the problem was? They never had a chance.
Hey, you're right beside the Dragon's Den superstar.
Am I?
Yeah,
Who?
Michelle.
I've never seen that show. Time for the Jannies, our favorite and least favorite place from Sunday here on SportsCenter with Jane Dan, presented by Tim Hortons. Niners' awful season almost got worse Sunday. Up 6 late. They botched a kneel down, leaving time on the clock for the Broncos. Denver didn't score, but man, Kyle Shanahan figured it out.
Made off the board.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, breakaway. Who told us David Riddick's nickname is Big Save Dave? I love that.
Yeah, who did tell us that?
Oh, was it? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Big Save Dave is a great nickname. Eves Pons going for the slam. Brandon Clark. Big time rejection.
Falcons, Packers. Bad game for Atlanta. Ball snapped right as he runs between the center and quarterback, Mohamed Sanu. The ball hits him. Packers recover.
An unlikely finish in Miami. Last chance. Down 5, 7 seconds left. Couple of laterals. Kenyon Drake will end up with the football. And the last man to beat is Rob Gronkowski, who is in to defend against the Hail Mary, and he just went the wrong way. And the Dolphins stunned the Pats.
I asked producer Tim, I said, who gave us the Big Save Dave? He's like, I don't know, I've never heard that. We've said it on the show like 7 times.
Yeah, who was it?
Oh, there's a...
Was it Jermaine Franklin, maybe, our TSN Calgary bureau chief?
No, wasn't Jermaine.
Was it Lisa Bose?
Yes, it was Bozy.
It's the worst play of the day. Steelers looking to force overtime, 5 seconds to go, and their kicker, Chris Boswell, slips on the turf, preventing him from kicking the football effectively as the Steelers lose their 3rd straight game. And this one really hurts. It's to the Raiders.
Miami beats New England.
Boy, I messed up a lot. No surprise, my first show in over a week. I said sex the stage instead of set the stage, doing the curling. I called Jeremy Colton 13, he's 33. I said Baker Mayfield was Andrew Luck. I called the Packers the Panthers. And I called Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangino. Meanwhile, Dan, you said hosting a solo show is 50% more talking. It's 100% more talking. And you forgot the name of the show at the start of the show. Oh, well, in the end, you remembered it. You remembered it.
What a weekend it was.